Okay, today I'm going to be making some adjustments to my 1929 Buick, like the timing and the carburetor. But first I've got to restore this battery down here, which is a 6-volt battery. While I was in Dallas, it decided to tip over in the back seat of my truck and all of the acid spilled out of the battery. So I'm going to mix 1 part of sulfuric acid with 15 parts of water, and I will refill that battery. And always when you're mixing acid and water, remember, do as you oughta, add acid to water. If you add water to acid, it could splash up and burn you. Okay, let's go ahead and see how empty this is. And if we need to recondition it, we can just mix some Epsom salt and water and boil the Epsom salt in the water and recondition it that way. But anyway, let's open these. That is empty. That is empty. Okay, we will have to fill that all the way up. What is this? Let's just get all these open. That's empty too. Wow. And that's not as empty as the other ones. Okay, let's refill this. Well, first, let's mix our sulfuric acid and water. Where did I put my sulfuric acid? I hid it from myself. Oh, there it is. And there's the distilled water too. We have to use distilled water. The battery won't like the minerals in normal water. People are like, where do you get this stuff? Online. I'm just going to make this whole bottle to restock the batteries and stuff. I'll label it as well so people don't drink it, because that would be some spicy water. Okay, to this gallon of water, we'll just add about a cup of sulfuric acid. I'll put it in a different container, and that will be sufficient. Okay, just to make this simpler, this is a quart. This is 32 fluid ounces, so I'm going to put 1/4 a cup of sulfuric acid in there, because there are 4 quarts in a gallon. So instead of putting a whole cup to a gallon, we're going to divide the gallon into 4, which would be 4 quarts, and then that would give us 1/4 a cup of acid into a quart of water, so that way I don't make more than I need. Well, I probably still will, but anyway, it'll be less than a gallon. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put our distilled water in here, and then I will add the acid. Okay, now let's measure out 1/4 a cup of this sulfuric acid, 98% purity. That's about as pure as you can get this stuff. And remember, do as you oughta, add acid to water. And people went crazy when I didn't use gloves with this the first time. If you have baking soda near you, this stuff takes about 7 seconds before it starts burning you. So if you splash baking soda on where it gets on you, it'll neutralize it first. Okay, that's about 1/4 a cup of sulfuric acid. Let's go ahead and put it in here, and you can hear it sizzle. Okay, it sizzled. I don't know if you heard it that well. Okay, now we gotta mix this. Okay, here is our battery solution. Let's go ahead and put it in the battery now. I'm gonna pour it through this. Probably gonna spill a lot of this, but it's heavily diluted, so. Okay, there's that. Wow, we need more. We gotta make more. Okay. Okay, I kind of overfilled the battery, but there it is. Let's go ahead and put these caps back on. Okay, now let's wipe off the top, and I believe that is good to go again. Okay, let's go ahead and see what voltage we have coming out of this battery and determine if we need to charge it up or not. Well, actually, charging it would be the amps, but let's see what voltage we're producing. So let's dial this into DC volts. Okay, now we'll put the positive on the positive. That's not going to be a good connection. I'm going to need both hands. Oh no, we got 6 volts. Okay, it works. Okay, I made it to my grandma's house. I didn't end up having to use the new battery because the old one started behaving in there. Also, I found out why my car was spitting and backfiring, and I corrected the problem. So, the little oil hose where it connects to the side of the engine was completely plugged with crud. So, I clean that out, and now we have oil pressure on that when I start the car. That gives oil to the valves, the camshaft, and the front bearings, which I'm so thankful it didn't do damage. But anyway, so I got oil to that now. Hopefully it didn't do damage anyway. If anything, it probably hardened the valves and stuff. Maybe, possibly. But now I'm going to go to Tyler, Texas, which is about 30 minutes away from here, and meet my grandma for lunch in this thing. Now that I corrected this problem, this thing should start easier too. Once it gets gas to the engine. Come on. Okay, I got the car running. It had a dead battery again. But now, let's make our way to Tyler. Okay, so I decided to come to Tyler and I met Moo at Sam's Club. How many minutes was the drive? Like from Jacksonville to here?
Probably about 40 minutes, 30 minutes.
Anyway, we're about to head back. Here we go. Okay, now I'm back home. I ended up just getting a whole nother battery in Tyler that has 1,046 cranking amps. Because my little small batteries kept going dead so fast. Also, I'm going to have to upgrade the cables in the car to 2-aught wire because somebody didn't use 2-aught wire. Don't know why. Anyway, but that's that, and I am home now. Also, call me crazy, which I already know I am, but I'm going to order a new painting for above that couch. But it is $160, and I don't have that right now until I get paid, so I gotta wait on that. But I think y'all like the painting that I'm gonna order. Anyway, but I guess let's go back here, and I'm gonna play y'all another record. We're gonna get through all these records on this thing. Okay, I've picked out the record I shall play. It's Blue Skies. Let me crank up the machine. Also, yesterday, I don't know why my video glitched, but the year that these were made for this model was between 1919 and 1925. So, this model was made somewhere between then. Let's set this needle down.
Shining so bright, never saw things going so right. Noticing the days hurrying by, when you're in love, my how they fly. Blue days, all of them gone, nothing but blue skies from now on.
Let's see if this machine is going to stop itself. It should do it pretty quick. Let's see, any day now. That's getting close to the end of there. There it went. It works.